YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. All right. We are live on YouTube. How's everyone doing today? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to episode number 1243. That's right. Episode number 1243 of Navigating the Modern World with Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition. Live today from Red Morton Park. GLM is here first. I hope she sticks around because I've got an important message to say here at the beginning. And today's topic is my lady's second, respectfully, maturely, and professionally done. Today's topic is, when there's lots of noise on YouTube, you can come to my boring stream instead. When there's lots of noise on YouTube, man, the grass is pretty tall here. Feels like I'm walking on quicksand. When there's lots of noise on YouTube, you can come to my boring stream instead. Today is another proud production of another one of my extremely boring streams. Streams that put people to sleep. Streams that, let's just say, will bore the poop out of you, because I've been using the poop word a lot lately. GLM loves it. I've toned down my filter quite a bit. Or I filter myself down quite a bit. I haven't toned down my filter. That means I'd be going the other way. I'd be saying the F word and S word a lot and all that, right? I've myself is a better way to put it. So before, I go into another very boring topic here on my channel, no filters needed, I want to make a very important statement here that I mentioned earlier on my stream. And this might upset a lot of people. It doesn't matter. TS Third, welcome. You are entitled to have your opinions. We got some people that were walking. I guess they didn't want to walk behind the camera. They went on the other side. It's all good. They were walking really fast. Anyway, you're entitled to your opinions, folks, and I understand that. But I've got to tell you, when things involve serious allegations, you really have to be careful with what you say. And I'm just going to put this out there. I'm going to briefly mention people talking about a situation regarding one of RJ's videos from several years ago. I think it was like 3 years ago. 2 to 3 years ago when this happened. And the things that people are saying about RJ regarding this is simply not true. And if I have to prove it, I will prove it. Okay? What people are saying about RJ is a very serious accusation that, in my opinion, goes beyond protected speech. And I'm keeping it real. I'm not trying to tell anyone to chill their speech or anything. This is what I'm saying here, that I don't sign off on that at all. Hey, Tia, how are you doing? And I'm going to ask you for your proof besides a video clip, because I have the entire stream that RJ did. It was an ASMR stream. ASMR streams are meant to have a low, quiet tone of voice. That's what ASMR is. I have the entire stream. Even RJ doesn't have it anymore. I don't even know if anyone has the entire stream. I have the entire stream. I have it on one of my external drives, and what I'm going to do is find it, and I've talked to RJ about these in the past. I'm sure he wouldn't have a problem with me putting it like on BitChute just to exonerate him from what people are saying. Because it doesn't matter what's going on between RJ and I at this point, and I don't have any issues with him. If he does some things that to talk about, I'll talk about them. I talked about them earlier on the walk. It's all good. But if he's being, I don't know if accused is the right word. If people are putting stuff out there that I know simply is not true. And I'm in the middle of a defamation case right now. I did sue the person. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what, GLM, because I'm going to be honest with you. I have a lot of love for you. We're good, and I want to come on your next stream, and we're all good. I have no problems. I understand. You have a child, and you're very protective of kids. I get that, right? But you probably have a clip. All of you have a clip. Any clip you have could have been altered. I have the original. I will find it tonight, tomorrow. I will put it on BitChute, and I'll share it on my community wall, and then you folks can hear it. And yes, he was talking in a soft voice, but he was not talking in any weird way. Listen, right is right and wrong is wrong. Now, I'm going to keep it real here. I've gotten some emails, even from people that are on the opposite side of this, right? That are on the opposite side of our group. The group that's been saying a lot of not so nice things about myself and Don. I'm not going to get into that further than that. I'm just saying that I'm getting emails from some of their people regarding this. And they're not mean emails. But they're right. But I will clarify one thing. That GLM is not an executive member of the GNA. Go. GLM is not an executive team member. The executive board is myself, Don, Sandra, Tia, and ODN. GLM is a moderator here on our channel. So I want to clear that up to people that have been emailing me or have been contacting me in other ways regarding this. Now, we love and respect GLM here. She's entitled to her opinions. Everyone's entitled to their opinions. And here's the thing. The things that have been said about myself and Dawn, are far worse. Right? I'm not trying to compare it, because when you're accusing someone of something, very seriously natured, involving children and stuff like that, or you're accusing them of like embezzlement, like crimes and stuff like that, you got to have your facts straight, because if you don't, you're basically looking at slander or libel. Both are forms of defamation. I'm not saying that to upset anyone. I'm not saying that to ruin anyone's parade or anything. I'm just saying that's how it is. And yes, it is unlikely that RJ is going to sue anyone for defamation. But it's still not fair to him. And so I'm going to find the video. Well, let me ask you, GLM, do you have the full video or do you have a clip? Hey, Sandra, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. Do you have the full video or a clip? And how did you acquire that clip? I'm asking you an honest question, and it's okay. We're good. I have no issues with you. I'm just saying. No, they didn't pull him off the internet for a year. RJ has stepped away on his own because a lot of people out here on YouTube have said things to scare him away, and it's not fair. What people have done to RJ is not fair. It's not. You folks don't know him like I know him. Him and I used to talk all the time. And despite any differences we may have right now, and we don't really have any differences, I understand why he's trying to keep distance from me, because he doesn't want any drama in his life. He doesn't want the other group to, ruin him algorithmically. I think it's a little too late for that because he invited them there the other day on the stream. But anyway, it is what it is. But the bottom line is, I have the full stream. I'm going to find it. And as a matter of fact, you know what I'm probably going to do? You know what I'm probably going to do? I'll put out the full stream, then I'll probably do a reaction video to it, but it's not going to be on YouTube. There's no way in hell I'm going anywhere on YouTube with any of this. Not because it's doing anything wrong, because people like to mass flag things for other things than they are, and sometimes YouTube just takes things down because they just want to take things down, right? I want to do what's right, not just for RJ, but what would be right for anyone in the same situation. And that's all. I mean, I get it. Look, there are many people here that feel they've been wronged by other people out here on YouTube or in life in general, right? And there's a right and a wrong way to handle things. No, Tia, this stream was done about like 2 to 3. It was like 3 years ago. This was like 2 to 3 years ago. And RJ, what happens is, RJ shut down probably like 10 to 15 channels. Why? Because many people have threatened him and scared him, primarily from that other group. You know what group I'm talking about, Tia, right? And look, here's the thing. You're not going to always be able to please everyone. Can you put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me and see me clearly? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me and see me, because I'm going through that. You can put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me and see me. Thank you, Tia, and thank you respectfully, maturely, and professionally, Don. Look, we've all made mistakes. I've made mistakes. Don's made mistakes. So have you, Tia. So has Sandra. So have you, Jill. And we've all made mistakes. I'm not here to criticize anyone's mistakes. What I'm saying is that everyone should be treated fairly and not be taken out of context. And here's the thing. Some of the information that you folks may have been given on certain people is clipped and edited to sound worse than it is. Because I'd like to hear the version you have and compare it to the original. I have the original. I used to download all of RJ's stuff, especially when he was more involved with the drama stuff. Nobody's heard it because it's on an external hard drive, GLM. It's not publicly available anywhere. I have the original full download on one of my external drives. I will find it, and I will clear his name. Because the last time this came up, the last time this came up, like a year and a half or 2 years ago, it was the same thing. I had the clip, I went and reviewed it, and okay, nothing was off to me. And let me tell you, listen, when something is off, when someone does something wrong like that, I would react to it right away. I would call it out. I would say it myself. But what I think is happening here is a clip was circulated and was made to sound worse than it is. Kind of like what people have done to me. That's called taking things out of context. And here at the GNA, I believe in fairness and equality for all, despite my experiences. For example, if the defendant in my circuit civil case was right about something and other people were saying something wrong about him that I knew he was right about, I would go to bat for him too. This is not about whether you like someone or not. This is about what's right and what's wrong. This is about right versus wrong. Nothing less, nothing more. We seem to like to amplify things and take things out of context when we feel wronged by people in other ways. It's almost like, okay, if we don't like someone on YouTube, then we get a free pass to defame their character. That's not how it works. You can't just sit there and defame someone's character because you're unhappy with them. I'm speaking in general. I'm not directing this at you, GLM. I'm not. GLM. Was that from the same stream? There was one stream that he did when he was talking about children, but it was not in a negative context or a weird context. I'm not questioning you, GLM. GLM, stop trying to fight something I'm not fighting you on. Is there more than one stream that I'm not aware of? Because I have all of RJ's past content. And I told RJ I would archive his stuff for him because he's blind and I wanted to help him out. Is there more than one stream where he talked about this? Because the answer is no. I was around during that time. That's not true, ODN. ODN, I love you like a brother, seriously. Look, I love the people here, but I can't sit here and put my name on something that I know is not true. And yes, there are some things that he used to do to try to impress that other side, ODN, GLM, Don, TSN, or anyone else, right? But this was an ASMR stream. RJ was doing ASMR, which is boring as hell, in my opinion. Right? Nobody was watching that. But a few people heard what he said, and I think just took him out of context because they just weren't happy that he was focused on that other side back then. Hey, Alex, the beer master, how you been, brother? It's been a while. Happy New Year to you and your family. It's great to see you here, right? But I remember what was going on when it got released. Okay, so Sandra, what was going on when it got released? Remind me, because I don't remember that part. Was there something going on with the other side? Were they using RJ for content? And did this kind of bleed over to make it more controversial? Did they spin that story? Did somebody clip that out of context? Because I have the original. I swear to God. I have the original, and I swear to God, I will fight for RJ and his name. And it doesn't matter what RJ thinks about me, he deserves to not be defamed and taken out of context. Okay, you will tell me in the voicemail. Okay, fantastic. Send it to me. If you can send it to me at least, after the show ends. You don't have to do it now, Sandra, but let me know after the show, because I'll email you, okay? I'll email you by tomorrow, and I'll make you aware of stuff that needs to be said in private. Look, I want to make it very clear here. I have love for everyone here. That includes GLM, that includes Sandra, Tia, Don, ODN. Alex the Beer Master. And anyone else that I may have missed. Lewis Fuller's here too. Hey, Lewis, how you doing, man? Sorry I missed you, man. You see, man, I'm... GLM, no one's asking you for an apology. Hold on. GLM, no one's asking you for an apology. And no one is blaming you for anything here. Okay, let me make it very clear. The only thing I'm saying is that people are entitled to their opinions. But people sometimes get clips from other people, other sources that were edited out of context. And that's why preserving the original is what exonerates people. And look, I've never hated RJ, and I don't hate him now. I like RJ. He has his moments, and people have taken advantage of him. And I'm just, no matter what my situation is with RJ, right is right and wrong is wrong. I will stand up for any human being that I feel is being mischaracterized. Okay, just posted, Eli. Well, okay. I'd like to see the copy that's been going. First of all, let me ask you a question, GLM. Let me ask you an honest question. Please answer this. This is important. Did you screen record a copy of that on your own, or were you sent a copy of that in a clip format from somebody else? Can you please at least let me know that? Because if you didn't create that clip, someone else did. I can take that clip, compare it to the original, and then prove that somebody altered it to make RJ look bad. Now, if you were sent a clip, that's not your fault. If you were sent a clip out of context, you were led to believe that clip is true, right? And at that point, we have to figure out who's the source of that, right? We'd have to figure out at that point who is the source of that, right? No, I will post it. I will put it out there, GLM, but I'm asking you a question. How did you acquire that clip? Did somebody send it to you? That's fine. I would put the clip unlisted anyway. I'd probably put it on BitChute, not even on Rumble. I wouldn't even put that on Rumble. I could share it, privately through email with an unlisted link. My whole thing is I want to see that clip that's going around. Uh-oh. Oh, no, he's out tonight. The 30-pound version of our 45-pound Bochi is out. Now, a 30-pound dog can still bite you and do some harm. I mean, even our little Buster, if he wanted to bite someone, it would hurt. Like, he's a strong little 15-pound Dachshund. Even big Bochi, that's 3 times his size, respects Buster. You know, Sandra, I think you're probably right. Well, I mean, look, they're very protective of their property and their owners, right? Just like Bochi's protective of us. Bochi's so protective of Don and I that anytime an animal or there's violence on the TV, he goes to the TV and starts barking at it and jumps at the TV. It's on my community wall. RJ had an ASMR channel. It was multiple short video streams. But if you believe it's all from one stream, I'm willing to listen. So wait a minute. You're telling me that there were more than one stream where he talked about this? It was one stream. I just know, I know that he would never ever do something like that. It was taken out of context. I'm going to have to find the original. I'll have to look for it in the morning. Fortunately, I keep good records. I have like RJ files and GLM files, and I've got files on everyone with their content, man. I've got. And now that I've had fiber for the last 5 years, man, I can download stuff. I can download an entire channel real fast. And I use special downloaders now too, so. I have known you for a long time, and you don't do any BS with anybody. Oh, you're talking about me, Lewis? Lewis, you know RJ. And you know, RJ's gone back and forth with the drama people. But the bottom line is, he's not the kind of guy that would do something like that. He's really a nice guy. The thing is, people take advantage of him. They prey on his vulnerabilities, and it's really sad to see, you know, how a group of people out here on YouTube, they take advantage of people with special needs. And all I'm trying to do is protect these people that are innocent people and just want to be accepted. These are innocent people that just want to be accepted. And sometimes they're convinced to do things they would have never done otherwise. But I know that's something that never happened. Sometimes nice people have. Yes, that is true, GLM. GLM, I know these people. I know these people, and I see everything that happens. Still can't listen all the way through. What are you talking about, can't listen all the way through, babe? All right, we are back live. We are back live. Put a 1 in the chat. You can hear me clearly and see me clearly, please. Thank you, babe. Respectfully, maturely, and professionally. You said it was on your community wall, GLM. I can't click the link from a live stream here. I went to your community wall. I didn't see it there. Is it buried down like 100 postings deep, or? You shared a link. Is that a link that's shared on your community wall? And how long ago was it shared there? Because I want to check out that clip after I go off the air here. Let me see. Oh, Lewis, thank you. I appreciate the kind words. I've been doing this for a while, and I shouldn't be treated the way I'm being treated. Yeah, you know, Lewis, such is life, right? I've learned to not let it get to me. I've learned to handle it maturely. Anything that's legally violating, I'll just take it to court. I'll represent myself. I've learned how to file these cases. I've learned how to file documents. I know how to speak. I know how to dress professionally and speak professionally in court. And you know what? That's all you can do, man. Yes, and you're welcome. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I do appreciate you. I've really got to make some of your streams, Lewis. I've had so much to do with my own content, and also, handling court stuff and all that. And do you never actually listen to what I'm talking about, Eli? What are you talking about? It's 8 minutes, but there are a couple more. I'd have to see these. Listen, back in those days, I was watching RJ religiously. And I never remember at all. Now here's the thing. Let me ask you folks this, okay? Let's put it this way. If that were true, I'm not saying it is, because I know it isn't, at least from the information I have on that stream. If there are other streams, if people have unaltered versions of the full stream, not just clips, because I don't believe clips, I don't trust. You got the full unedited stream, then we're good. Right? But here's the thing. If this were true, then don't you think that other side would be all over it and still chastising him on it to this day? Do you not think this would have not blown up all over YouTube? A small group of people are saying this. Just a few people, right? Something like this would be a major big deal that would probably even reach channels with hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So, I mean, you got to do a better job of convincing me, because right now I'm not convinced, and I never have been regarding this. No, in this case, GLM, they would, because this would be big content. This would be something that they could even try to weaponize against me and say, oh, look who Eli hangs out with, right? That's all I'm saying, I'm not here to argue it. I don't argue things. The only things I will argue professionally are in court. because this is the court of public opinion on YouTube. And people can say pretty much whatever the hell they want out here, right? To a certain point, right? But when it crosses the lines of protected speech and defamation of character, that's where I cut things off. That's where I say, hey, show me concrete proof, or please don't make allegations like that in the chat here. We don't want to participate in any of that. That's all I'm saying. I've heard the clips a while ago, and if they were damning, I would have remembered them. And I also have the original. But are the clip okay? Can you do me a favor, GLM? Can you share those clips, every one of them, in one community posting, or maybe across 2 or 3, at the top of your community wall, and I'll check those out right when I'm done. Can you please do that? Please give me the information, either that or email it to me right after the show. I want to have these right after the show. This is serious stuff. I want to get right on it. The one strange thing was that it just popped up, and I don't know him or never saw any streams of RJ's. I need to hear the clips, ODN. ODN, I need to hear the clips. I need people to send me the links and send them to me immediately. So if I don't get those links right after this show, I ain't buying anything. And I'm not really buying anything anyway. Okay, if you shared them less than 24 hours ago, I should be able to. I tried to go to your community wall. Right now, I went off the air, and then I went to your community wall, and I did not see them. But I'll look more closely after the stream. Okay. So that is that. GLM, I'm just letting you know right now, this is my own opinion. This has nothing to do with anyone else besides me. I don't compare myself to any of those people or anyone else. The only person I compare myself to is myself. That's all. I'm not arguing you. We're friends. We're good. Right? All I'm telling you is that I have information on this, and what I think has been put out has been doctored. So I'm going to look into it, and then I'm going to compare it to the original. Or if there are multiple originals and I have those videos too, I'll compare it to that. And then I'll share my findings. Yeah, and I probably would have to agree with you on that, GLM. Like I was saying earlier in my stream, it's not right to take advantage of people that are special needs. It's not right to take advantage of anyone, but especially people that are special needs, that are more vulnerable, right? But unfortunately, that happens, right? And we could do our best to try to protect these people, but if these people that we're trying to protect in that situation come back at us and say, hey, F you, Eli, then what can we do? Because in essence, that's what they're telling me. That's what they're telling me. The people in this situation that are being taken advantage of are basically telling me to go F myself, right? And at that point, what do? Do you hold that against them and just, let me come over here, there are people coming. Do you hold that against them? Or do you continue to stand up for what's right and look at that, okay, maybe they're reacting that way because of the situation, right? I'm not trying to give anyone a free pass. I'm trying to be reasonable here, right? I'm not here to argue anyone. I'm here to share my thoughts, share my truth, right? At the same time, if people are putting things in my chats or my comment sections, and I know I haven't seen any proof of that, and I know it's questionable at the very, very least, I got to do what's right. I would do that for anyone, including you, GLM, including anyone else, including people that don't like me. If they're being accused of something that I know is not true, I'd even exonerate them. It's the right thing to do. Love thy neighbor as thyself, right? Treat others the way you want to be treated. Even people that treat you like crap. You don't have to stoop down to their level, right? You don't have to fight fire with fire, right? And it's not like I'm trying to live on some moral high ground. This is just the kind of person I am. Yeah, but here's the thing, GLM. Here's the thing. You keep amping the same thing up. You keep trying to justify it by restating the same thing. Like you made the point already. That's all I'm saying. It's like, how many times do you have to say it? Is it because you're being questioned and you don't like being questioned, so you're going to keep on saying it and intentionally try to upset people? You're not going to upset me. We're good. But I've had that game played on me by the other side. You understand? It's like, I get the fact that you believe it's real, and I don't. Oh, boy. I'm going to look into this. And when I have my findings, I'm going to go public with it. And I'm going to share the truth about it. I'm going to have to see those clips. Because here's the thing. What some of you folks think is bizarre or weird is just opinion and commentary. That's why I have to hear it myself. I have to hear what you folks have, and I'll show you what I've got. That's the bottom line. But if what you had was authenticated, this would have blown up way out of proportion all over YouTube. It hasn't for a reason. That speaks for itself. But anyway, it is what it is. Excuse me, babe. Do never mind. Never mind. I'm dealing with people on YouTube, even my own people, that are stuck on what they hear in a video that is not the full original. It's clipped and could be highly edited using AI or anything else. I'm not buying it. Who was talking about it? The stream I have was RJ on his own. Was he on a different stream? Was he on a different stream that that he was on panel with somebody else? Because he still hangs around that crazy kid guy from Canada. And no disrespect, but I've heard some pretty interesting things about him. And I've had him on my channel before in the past, and he was fine, but I've heard some pretty interesting things. Yes, RJ did have an ASMR channel, and I think I have the whole entire channel downloaded. That's why I'm going to go look at my records. And I'm going to compare it to the clips that you have. Are your clips from YouTube, GLM? Are these clips hosted on YouTube? Where are these clips hosted at? He made the videos alone. Nobody was there for that. Wait a minute. Are these private videos? So, okay. I'm very confused right now. Were these private videos that were sent through the group of the defendant and then they got leaked? Or, I don't understand. You got to be more clear. Okay, I've heard that one. I've heard the teacher-student ASMR video. I have the unaltered original, and I will come out publicly right now and state that you folks are absolutely wrong to interpret what RJ was saying in that way. Absolutely. The intention was never to come off in any weird way. It's being taken out of context. I have the original video. It's fine. Enough said. I think what people are thinking makes it weird is using the ASMR tone. ASMR tone is like, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Elias, Melas, and I am the president and founder of the GNA. I am the president and founder of the GNA. You see how that tone, that ASMR tone, can sound weirdish, right? That's all that was. Enough. I got enough. We're going to move on. We're going to move on because it's almost like I'm trying to sell ice to Eskimos. It's not going to work. It doesn't matter. I got my opinions. Yeah, I have the full video, ODN, and I'll get you all the full video. I think I have that full channel, the ASMR channel. I've got a lot of the past stuff. And this is why I download stuff, because people like to spin things, right? And here's the thing. I love everyone here. Like, I love all of you here. I've got no issues with you here, but I will even call out my own people when there's something as serious as this. It's almost like you're trying to sell a bridge in Brooklyn. I'm not trying to sell you shit. All I'm saying is that I have an opinion just like you do. And in my opinion, as weird as that voice may sound, there was nothing in there that implied or intended him to be talking in inappropriate ways. Man. This is what you got to deal with out here on YouTube. You got to deal with everyone has an opinion, right? Everyone wants to get attention. Everyone wants to be right and doesn't want to be wrong. And I get it. I understand. It is what it is. Enough said. No, I understand. Sandra, I understand it works both ways. I wasn't questioning that we all don't have an opinion and it doesn't work both ways. It works both ways. I get it. You folks are entitled to your opinion. The bottom line is, your opinion doesn't matter. What matters is how a court of law would see this. You can have all the opinions that you want in the world, right? And it's up to a court of law to decide whether what you said was protected speech or defamation of character, right? That's the thing people don't get until it's too late, right? And then they get sued, just like I'm suing the defendant because he thinks saying I embezzled or trying to put it off and say I believe you embezzled because someone you were close to at once said that you told them that. I never said that to anyone because it never happened, right? I think if anyone understands what defamation is and what's free speech, I think I've had enough experience regarding that in my opinion. But hey, who am I? I'm just one person with an opinion, just like you folks are, right? That's all, right? I still love all of you. No disrespect. We're all good. Tomorrow's a new day. We talk about new stuff. We don't have to keep talking about this. I'm going to do my research again, and I may have to do a reaction video on this, but probably put it on BitChute. I'm not putting this on YouTube or Rumble. It's too hot. Too hot. Girl, it's too hot, too hot. Remember that Cool in the Gang? JT Taylor? Gotta run for pressure. Sorry. Gotta run for shelter. Gotta run for shade, or whatever it's called. It's too hot, too hot. God, man. Man, you people don't let off. I mean, even if the guy made a mistake, it's like, how long does he have to pay the price for that, right? But I've heard this entire video over and over and over again. And I think from what I remember, and I'll have to listen to it again, from what I remember, I think what I said last time was I can understand how people can perceive this to be what you're saying, but it's not. It just sounds that way because it's ASMR. It's ASMR tone. Why am I trying to convince people on the internet about another man's credibility in his name? I do care. I do care about it. I do. But it's like, what's going to happen either way? First of all, he's not going to sue you. He's not even responding to you because he knows it's not true, and he's taking the oxygen out of it, right? If he felt that it was something where, and I think he did respond to it initially years ago, and then he just moved on from it. It never happened in the way it was being said. I spent the whole show trying to defend you, RJ. I hope you understand. I hope you appreciate that. I got my walk in. I got in like 2.5 miles. That's good. I'll walk a little bit more. It's like 50 degrees. It's a little chilly. I heard your stream earlier, GLM. The one from, what was it, Target? Well, yeah. How many times has he run off the internet because of what people have done to him out here? You know, the things that people have done to that guy, besides this situation, is preposterous. I mean, how I feel people have severely taken advantage of him, and his vulnerabilities. And look, I'm not one that's going to give anyone a free pass, regardless of your class. But you know, when something is not clear-cut and evident, and I can't say with certainty that is the case based on what I've heard and seen, then this is what I do. I've been accused of many things I've never done on YouTube out here. I've been accused of many things. Some things I've made mistakes. I've owned that. I'm not going to own things I've never done just because people wanted to make content on me, and now because we're in court, they want to spin it a different way to try to erase the past from existence. I mean, RJ was not forced to make ASMR videos, ODN. You're telling me he was forced to do ASMR? He wanted to do ASMR. That was him. ODN, he was not forced. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm suing the defendant, right? I'm suing him because he's wronged me, right? But if I feel he hasn't done something, I'm not going to come out and say he's done something that I know he hasn't, despite other things that I've dealt with him, despite how I feel about him or not, right? RJ started an ASMR channel because that's what he wanted to do. The guy has shut down so many channels and restarted because every time somebody does something or says something to scare him away, he deletes, goes away for a little while, and then comes back. And the first person he would always message is me. Hey, Eli, I've got a new channel. Don't tell anyone yet. I'm setting this up. Let's go live and get it going, right? GLM, I'm going to tell you, you're my friend. You always will be. You're my friend. You always will be. I think you're a funny person. We have some great talks and conversations. I'm just going to say this to you and everyone else. You can say whatever you want now. If you eventually get sued for slander or libel or defamation, that's going to be on you. The thing is, he's not going to sue you. So whether it's right or wrong, you're like, well, he's not going to sue me. He's blind, he's autistic, and he's special needs, right? So he's not going to sue me. So I mean, that's honestly, that's just not. It's not cool. It's just not cool, Anyway. I'm not saying you are, GLM. I'm not saying you are. What I'm saying is that if things are not true, and people can prove that they're not true, people can sue for that. I'm just saying to any of you that want to make statements like that I don't have proof that they're true. I mean, don't be surprised if one day you do get sued. That's all I'm saying, is do what you got to do. But understand that there are consequences, right? This happened 3 years ago. And if it was that bad, that video was public, GLM, for several months. That video was public for several months. If that video was that bad, YouTube would have taken it down, and they didn't. And when it comes to, sexual stuff, YouTube acts on that almost immediately. I'm not asking you to stay quiet, GLM. What I'm asking you is to furnish proof that you're 100% positive that it happened. I'm not telling you to stay quiet or not. What I'm saying is I hope you have some hardcore proof beyond a reasonable doubt, because that's a serious allegation or accusation. It is. Well, just because you see a video, Odin, and you feel it's inappropriate, doesn't mean he's breaking the law. And listen, I'm not going against any of you. Listen, I'm in a circuit civil case. I've had to learn a lot about the law, and I've analyzed a lot of things to the point of where I understand what's BS, and I understand what's actionable, right? And I understand the risks more so now than ever that anyone's mouth can put them at, even on the internet, right? That's all I'm saying. I'm just raising awareness. I'm not accusing any of you of anything, right? All I'm saying is, hey, say what you want to say, but understand that every word that we say out of our mouth has potential consequences, right? That's all I'm saying. All right, I'm going to go. Have a good one. Take care, and as always, be good to each other. Don, do you have a quote? Babe, do you have a quote? I forgot. There she is. Not every battle deserves your energy. Peace is often found in walking away. One more time. Respectfully, maturely, and professionally, Don states, not every battle deserves your energy. Peace is often found in walking away. Couldn't have said it better myself. There's a time to talk. and a time to walk. Have a good one. Take care, and as always, be good to each other. See you all tomorrow. Good night, everyone.